Edward, the blue engine, puffed sadly to see Ben. "It's not fair," he complained. "Derek has been telling lies about me and made the Fat Controller and all the engines think I'm stupid." Ben smiled. "I know you aren't, and so does the Fat Controller. You wait and see. Why don't you help me with these trucks?" Edward felt happier with Ben and set to work at once. The trucks have been silly and troublesome, and also Edward and Ben also worked extra hard, pushing and pulling the trucks all afternoon. And at last they made it up the Grand Canyon. They made it up the Grand Canyon. Goodbye. At last they made it up the Grand Canyon. "Goodbye," chuckled Edward, and rolled gently to the cross. "Goodbye," said Edward cheerfully, and puffed away to go somewhere else where he'd never been on before, and was ready to go home again. Edward loved running all around the sights of Sodor, puffing around easily while the wind was whistling past. But when suddenly it was a guard's warning whistle. "Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah," laughed the trucks. We've broken away. Chase him, bump him, throw him off the rails." "Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah," laughed the trucks. We've broken away. Chase him, bump him, throw him off the rails," they yelled. "Hurry, Edward, hurry," said the driver. But Edward was easing out of control. But the trucks were catching up as fast as they can. Then they'll catch us dreadfully. But it was too late right now. "Don't worry," said his driver, and there goes another one until we are clear. The next time we do it. Oh, glory, look at that. Donald was pulling out of the station in a line ahead. Any minute there could be a crash. "It's up to you now, Edward," cried the driver. "It's too late," Edward groaned and shut his eyes, and he veered into a siding where a house full of things and all that from somewhere that looks like there are some trees and old branches, but it was just an old house. And someone was inside it, playing games, and Edward couldn't stop before it was going to be too late. The silly trucks have knocked their guard off his van and left him far behind after when he heard the whistle, in which what really means warning. But the trucks didn't care. They were feeling very pleased with themselves. "Beg pardon, sir," said Edward. "Excuse my intrusions." No, we won't," said the man and lady, who are really the parents of their children. "You frightened us all while we were trying to concentrate on our game. We will teach you And so the dad, who was their kid's dad, just spat on his eye. Poor Edward. Later, Flora was helping to pull the trucks away when the Fat Controller arrived. "We do not like engines popping through our walls," said the family. "I appreciate your feelings," said the Fat Controller, "that this engine and the happiest in which what gave us a met. It was a very big crash, or house crash." Oh, said the family. "Oh, excuse me." And so they used a toilet roll to get rid of the spit out of Edward's eye. "We're sorry," said the man. "I didn't know that you were being a brave engine." "That's all right," replied Edward. And so the Fat Controller and everyone watched the rescue observation. And when you are properly washed and mended," he said, "you are coming home." "Home, sir," he said. "Do you mean the yards?" "Of course." "But sir," he said, "they don't like me. They like Derek." "Not now," he said. "I never believed Derek. He told lies about Emily, so I sent him packing. The engines were sorry and want him back." A few minutes later, when he came home, there was a proud and brilliant welcome for Edward the Blue Engine.